When we first moved into our house, we had a guest space on our third floor. We had a guest bed up here and it didn't have a headboard and I didn't like how that looked. So I decided to make a channel headboard. I used 1x6 pieces of wood and I measured them to the height that I wanted, which was about 6 feet, and then cut foam strips so that they were the same width and length as the boards. I then wrapped those with batting, which secured the foam to the boards. And while I didn't have enough foam, I actually figured out that you can use foam scraps and staple them together and then double them up to get the same foam feeling and look. Once I got all of the boards I needed, I'd found this velvety light brown camel kind of looking fabric, and I wrapped each of the boards in that so I could then use an upholstery stapler and staple the fabric to the boards that had already been wrapped with the foam and the batting. Then I lined all the boards up to make sure I had enough and the right width and they were all in the right positioning. Then I needed to connect them to each other because you have all of these 1x6 boards and they don't have any way of attaching to each other. So what I did is I took some 1x4s and screwed them into the backs of these boards to make sure they all stayed together. Super easy to do. Just made sure everything was straight as I was doing it, lifted it up, and there is the final headboard. I then secured it to the wall with some brackets and then pushed the metal bed frame up against it, and this is what it looked like. Everything is linked on my blog, on my most recent blog post about the channel headboard.